Okay, so if you do need to get rescued, there's a variety of different tools that lifeguards will come and get you with. The first one is our rescue tube. It's actually just a big floating belt. We'll ask you to grab hold of it with two hands, arms over the top like this, and then we belt you in. Okay, it's really important that you hang on to it really tightly. Once you're in, we'll belt you in like this, and then we'll be able to swim you back to shore. We're actually attached to it by this thing. Okay, the problem with this is that can only rescue one person at a time, and if we're both stuck in a rip, it's actually quite hard to swim against that rip or to come back to shore. We'll still both be fine because we're floating. As long as we're floating, we're going to be okay. All right, main thing is you've got something that floats. The second one is our rescue board. Okay, rescue boards are our preferred choice for lifeguards because they're really long, so it means they go really fast, and they can also rescue or float more than one person at once. Okay, what we're aiming for you guys to do when you are getting rescued is to make sure you hang on to the front handles really tightly. Okay, ideally we want your head at the front and you're hanging on to the handles at the front really tightly. The lifeguard will then talk to you about what's expected. We want you to try climb on the board with your feet hanging over the back near the lifeguard. He'll sit between your legs and then we'll paddle you back to shore. But your job as the person getting rescued is to hang on really tightly to those front handles. So if you do get washed off, you're still hanging on to that rescue board. Okay, the third part that we can come get you with is the jet ski. Okay, our jet ski is a really great tool. It can go out in really big waves and doesn't have as many limitations as our rescue tube or our rescue board, but it is actually quite dangerous because it's so heavy. That's the problem with our jet ski. Okay, when you are getting rescued by the jet ski, the same deal as what happens with the rescue board. We want you to hang on really tightly to those handles located at the back of the mat. You can see that there is actually a large bodyboard floating thing hanging off the back of our jet ski. That's what makes it a rescue craft. Normally jet skis don't have these. They've got lots of handles along the side, and we want you to grab hold of those handles, hang on really tightly, and pull yourself up onto the big bodyboard looking thing on the back of our jet ski. Okay, the lifeguard will be talking to you throughout the whole time. What we want you to do is to always remain calm. As long as your head's above water, you're fine. As long as you're floating, you're fine. Even if you are in a rip, someone will spot you and get you back to shore, or you can float out the back, put your hand up and wait. A surfer, a lifeguard, a jet ski will come and get you, and you can always swim back to shore too. As long as you're swimming back through the waves will push you back towards the shore, you'll find your feet, and there won't be any dramas at all. The worst thing you can do is actually panic, really get scared, waste all your energy, and then it's really hard to stay afloat. Okay, so the key points are always hang on to something that's floating, whether it's a rescue tube, rescue board, or jet ski, and also listen to what the lifeguard's telling you to do. Okay, he'll direct you what he wants, and you'll be back to shore before you even know it.